What's going on, Legacy Hack listeners and viewers? Thank you so much. Yours truly, Tyler McCart. Jack is here. I got a little bit of frog in my throat, so please forgive me. It is November. We're getting ready to have Thanksgiving. Okay, so November's in the air, fall's in the air here in the where I live in Atlanta, Georgia. So leaves are changing. I'm sure leaves are changing and everything up there in the
They
beautiful state
changed
of
and they're dead and gone now.
it doesn't go on. Yeah. So today, guys, we're only going to spend maybe about 5, 6 minutes, maybe tops, on this topic right here that Jack and I just want to hit hard. And that is, and I'm going to throw it to Jack immediately after I say this, but why your family needs a vision before it needs a policy. Take it away, Jack.
Yeah. Um, if you don't have a vision, the people fail. There's some verse like that.
Yeah, that's in
But
Proverbs.
yeah, similarly, like it, yeah, if you don't have a direction, if you don't have a value system that you're trying to embody, um, yeah, or even just like missional objectives of here's where we want to go financially, here's where we want to go um, spiritually. Here's where how we want to educate our kids. Um, yeah, you aren't really going to know how to allocate dollars to that vision. And yeah, specifically with a policy too, like that's that's a financial tool that gives you access to your money to use it. Um, but if you aren't going to use it and are purely using it as a growth vehicle, um, like other vehicles can grow better than that policy. So it's like if you're just
Yeah.
trying to set and forget, like that's not the way to go. But if you do have clear vision and opportunities that come along as you're chasing after that, it's an amazing tool to be able to grow all your original dollars, but borrow against and use as those opportunities come along to, um, yeah, to enhance, to build additional income streams, to give in alignment with what you're chasing as a family. So that's some of my initial thoughts.
Yeah. I like to I want to take what you just said about a tool. So, the the family bank or the infinite banking, thing is just a tool. It's not the it's not the be all end all. So, you know, I don't know why this popped in my head, but you know, if I don't give the ship, all right, which is a tool, direction of where I want to go, it's just gonna float along, drift, in and out. It might hit some rocks. It might drift out in the middle of the sea, and Lord knows it might, get capsized. Who knows? Whatever it is, But if you, as a captain of your ship, can give specific directions, specific coordinates of where we're going with this before you get on the boat, before you get on the boat, that right there makes your tool, aka your policy, your bank, have a lot more, life or a lot more meaning behind
Mm-hmm.
it. And so, like when I originally sat down with Ryan, um, you know, honestly, my policy really at first, Ryan, he kind of also kind of did that Simon Sinek thing of start with why. And so he got Amy's why, and Amy wanted a house. Okay. And so that was kind of one of the big things that Ryan had for us, as a why of being able to capture this money, grow the money inside the policy, be able to borrow against it, and maybe go build a house with. Well, that hasn't happened yet. And that's okay. Kind of as I got into my policy, okay, I quickly realized actually this is more of a warehouse right now, a kind of a holding pattern for the
Mm-hmm.
wealth as it accumulates, and then I can start to deploy it later on. That was kind of a little bit of my mind early on, in my simplistic way of warehousing this wealth so I can redeploy it somewhere else whenever I needed to, and then replenish it and just continue the cycle through. So that was
Hmm.
that was a little bit of my vision, Jack, right there, the
Yep.
tool that you have,
Yeah.
you alluded to.
Yeah. And that's great. Like I guess the last thing I'd say is that a question that just kind of aligned with what you said and that I encourage people with as I'm teaching them about infinite banking and storing cash and life insurance is like, how do you envision yourself using this? Um, Definitely have that on the front end. I think it like if you know how you'll use it, it means you're probably understanding what it is well. And if you do already have a policy, like, did you are you doing what you set out to do? And if not, like maybe redevelop that vision for why you're using that tool. And
Yep.
obviously, we're here to be resources and help and brainstorm that for you and for our clients. So,
Yep.
yeah, good question, Tyler.
Yeah, it's a good question that again we need to ask of, you know, why a family needs a vision before it needs a policy. I think that's just a good thing to think through. If you like you're talking about it, if you already got a policy, you're already doing it, maybe you might need to re-kick up that vision of what it is, the purpose of this thing you got right here, this bank. Or if you're looking for a policy and you need like some direction, you need to think through before you actually start to do this right here.
Hmm.
Is a critical thing. So we're going to wrap it up, put a bow on this thing. Okay. Jack, thank you so much for being a quick one, but an important one, very important one. Honestly, is probably one of the most important ones that we can talk about of actually
Yeah.
having a vision because your verse is very true. Where there is no vision, the people will perish. And so
Hmm.
your policy will perish too, you know,
Yep.
if you have a vision for it. So without further ado, guys, we're going to call it a wrap. Y'all have a great one, and we'll catch you on the other side.